that long, you think? Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there, but I'm back. Okay, so we've got these guys now. Just want to make sure that this will be long enough. So I literally need to go to the very tip of that. Might not be long enough, but that's okay. It's okay. Okay, all right, so now we're gonna do dehydrator to prep the nail plate. All right, so for this one, we're gonna do a pink and white, and then for this one, we're gonna do the ombre. Apply some Young Nails Protein Bond. Okay, so for pink and whites, I do the same thing. I sculpt out the first layer of clear acrylic, and then I'll go in and sculpt the nude, and then I'll go in and lay the white or whatever color you want to use. Give me a second here as I try to fix this here. Oops, come on. Babe.
Yeah.
How did you get it so I can see the comments?
Where the bottom where it says Top Chat?
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So we are going to the 5. And again, this is just to get the C curve, and this is just to get the length for the first bead. Okay. Place first bead right at the free edge. Make sure you're covering sidewall to sidewall. Always the first thing you want to make sure you're doing. Add a little bit more. Okay, like I said before, it's really, really thin layer. Alright, now for this guy. First layer of union, protein bond. And this is going to be the ombre nail. So this, for the ombre nail, I always, and I'm just now realizing I did not bring white with me. So let's do yellow actually. Okay, so we'll do this yellow guy. Should we do like a pastel yellow? Or a yellow? Yes, I'm back. Sharon, help me pick. What should I do? Should I do like a yellow or like a pastel yellow for the ombre? This one's kind of like an orange yellow. I think this will be really pretty. Taking kind of the pastel yellow, I think. Alright, so perfect. Yay, we agree. So I'm just checking. This one is actually ready to pinch. So it is still moldable but firm. It's not leaving indentations, right, when you're putting it on. So we're just gonna let it do its thing. Again, you don't want to just pinch it and then move on. You want to give it time to work. Okay. I think what I'll do is let me sculpt out this pink and white and then I'll do the ombre separately. That way it'll be easier. Okay, so I feel pretty happy with that. All right, so now, JK, we're not doing that anymore. We're gonna go into doing this pink and white. So I sculpted the base out and pinched it, so we have that nice shape. And then now we are going to add the, pretty much it's gonna be the, losing my words right now, the nail bed, like the fake nail bed. You know what I'm talking about, the smile line. Okay, here we go. So I am gonna extend it just a little bit. My nail beds are already pretty big and long. So I'll probably extend it like to the 1. And I'm gonna make it like a pretty, like natural shape, I guess. I don't wanna do a V or anything too round, like flat. So I'm gonna pick up like a medium-sized bead. And I'm gonna place it right before where I want that tip to be, or that C-curve to be. Then I'm literally gonna press it out. And then press it in. This is where I shape that smile line. Okay. You know what too? I'm thinking for this pink and white, let's encapsulate some gold. That sounds fun. Make it like a clear tip with gold in it. Look nice with the yellow flowers. So I lied, I'm going to the 2 for that smart line. Alright. Cool. So we've got a nice little extended nail bed. Again, it's not super thick. We're going to be adding another layer of clear over it to protect it as we file. So these beads are going to be pretty thin. You don't want to do anything too crazy. It's going to get another bead here. Let out some of that fluid. And just like that. It's nearly perfect already. We haven't even filed it yet. Okay, I'm just gonna add a cuticle bead. Real thin. So, pretty thin still, right? Let's see where that is actually. Okay. All right, so we're gonna wait for that to dry real quick. So for pink and whites, everyone has different ways of doing everything, so just do whatever is best for you. I always like to sculpt out, like I said before, the first bead is going to be just like every other bead. You are going to pinch it, it's going to be clear, and then whatever nude color you want the nail bed to be, that will be the second layer of acrylic, really thin. Keep in mind we're going to add clear again over it to encapsulate. And then we're gonna file this once it's dry and ready to make sure it's nice and crisp. And then we're going to either add clear, white, yellow, whatever you want to do. I think what I wanna do is add some of this gold leaf from Valentino and just put it like maybe at the cuticles and then ombre it out. And then so it's kind of looks like encapsulated like gold, pink and white. So I think what we'll do. Still drying a little bit here. So as it's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and start filing. Well, actually, I'll wait to file so that I'll go over all that together. Sorry, guys. It's not quite dry, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this form off. So how I take forms off, always make the foundation, make sure the foundation is drying before you take it off, obviously. And then I literally just pinch it, it comes right off. Okay, so this is pretty much good to go. So I'm just gonna take a file. Where did I put my files? I love Young Al files. They're the bee's knees. They're super sturdy. Really good for acrylic. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean out the edges a little bit. Just kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so that's cleaned up a little bit. Now I'm just gonna focus on this smile line. So literally starting from here, going down. I want to angle it almost going in rather than going out. So it gives you that nice, clean, sharp line. So more in. You don't want to file that way because then it'll not look straight or clean. This way also too, you don't have to worry about, some people don't like putting this step in, but otherwise if you just try to put the form back on, you can have issues trying to match that form back up again. So I like sculpting this out first. It just protects while you are doing this part. Okay, so I'm just gonna wipe it with alcohol real quick so you can see it a little bit better. What's going on? Alright, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. I think I want to add a little bit, well, maybe not actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to add just a little bit more of the nude right here. But you know what, I'm even, yeah. So that dry completely. The acrylic brush I got from Nail Labo USA. It's the Nail de Dance sculptor brush from Nail Labo, and it's amazing. I really do like it. It's pretty small. I mean, a lot of people say that it's pretty small, but it works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. But I think the next time when I get an acrylic brush, I might try a little bit of a bigger size. We'll see though. I just wanted this color to be a little bit thicker right there. Not quite so transparent. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm just gonna get the gold flakes ready. Ooh. Scared me. Huh? Oh. I wasn't looking for it. I was looking for my gloves. And Sharon, for the, what do you mean by you always have clear spots after filing? I'm thinking if you are having like clear splotches, it might just be that your acrylic wasn't wet enough. And so when you, this basically are like little bubbles in there and undried powder. Okay, sounds good again. Okay, sorry. Okay, so it's good again. So we're going to file once more. Okay, and then you want to go over the top too to make sure that it's all even. Again, making it really crisp and clean. That's my outline. So now it's pretty much perfected. Again, super thin. And now we are going to encapsulate some of this gold in here, which is super exciting. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of clear acrylic, pretty much just set it in there. Then I'm going to pick up some gold flakes, pop it in there. Okay. Okay, so when you are filing near the cuticle and sidewall, sometimes it will be thin around those areas because you're not going to have a lot of acrylic right here. So if you have the nude acrylic, it's just not clear, so it's going to be more transparent towards the edges. So that I think is normal, but if you're filing too much, what you can do is maybe you can try encapsulating the nail in kind of like how I do the pink and white, right? Like we're going to encapsulate it in clear acrylic that way that when I file it and fix the shape, it's not going to be touching the C-curve or the glitter that we're encapsulating or anything like that. So it might just be that you are just getting maybe a little bit heavy-handed with the file. That's what I can only think. But it might just be the acrylic. Maybe the acrylic you're using isn't super opaque and is a little bit more transparent. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more with glitter going down here. Kind of like an ombre. That's helpful. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for that to dry. Maybe add a little bit more spice too. Okay, that'll look nice. Okay, this way. Okay, so I'm just gonna file off this excess glitter right here. Make sure that smile line is perfect. This is real gentle strokes too. Just a little bit of pressure just to get all that glitter that I didn't really want there at the top off. Just like that. Okay. So now the glitter is where we want it to be. Okay. I wonder if I should encapsulate something else, actually. Yeah, it's too much. Let's keep it simple. So first I'm going to even out this whole section. Look at that little thing in there. Dark bead on there. It looks a little thick right now, but I'd rather have it look a little thick and not have to come back like I said. So. There we go. It's gonna be fun once we file it. I'm excited. Alright, let's stop messing with that. Alright, I'm going on to the ombre. Yeah. Oh, actually, I got some fur on there. I'm gonna wipe it off real quick. I'm gonna reapply the protein blend. Alright, so for the ombre, oops, I'm going to be using this Valentino color. It's really beautiful. Pastel. It is color 100. Alright, so for the first bead, same thing as usual. We are going to focus on the side walls, going all the way down. Make sure, got a big bead. And it's going to be just the same as what we've been doing for the first bead, only it's going to be in colored acrylic. Now, like I said before, well, I think I said before, Valentino's colored acrylic dries a lot slower than the regular stuff, Line Clear. So keep that in mind when pinching and when doing full sets, because like if you're using this for each nail, because it will take a little bit longer. So again, we're going all the way sidewall to sidewall. Dragging it down. Getting this fur out of here. Oops. I did, and you know what? I did drain the bead, and it was a little bit dry. I would drain the bead just a little bit, but not too much, because you do want to have enough time to manipulate it all the way down. If you're doing long nails, if you're doing a short regular nail, then yes, I would dry out the bead, for sure. And this is the same process using white acrylic. Yeah. So basically this is going to be the first step for ombre nail, whatever color you're using. So if you're doing like a classic nude to white, then the first step would be white acrylic. So instead of this yellow pastel, you'd be putting on the white. I just forgot the white with me today. I'm doing this from home, so my stuff is at work, unfortunately. So we are improvising and doing a yellow ombre. So right here, what I'm doing is adding just a little bit more acrylic to the middle here of the yellow. And then I'll probably wait until this is ready to sculpt or pinch, and then I'm gonna go in and then blend it a little bit more up here. Just covering my butt right here for the sidewall. All right, so now we're gonna let that dry a little bit, and then we're gonna pinch it. I should have even gone, I might have to shorten these ones now because I needed to go all the way to the tip there. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll see though. Maybe I can add a little bit more before I take the form off. Still pretty spongy. Okay, so we're gonna check to see if this is ready to pinch. And it looks like it is. And let it do its thing there. So we probably pinched a little too soon. So see how there's like that straight line? That's the indentation that I'm talking about. See that? So it's probably a little bit too soon to pinch. And wait a little bit longer. Give it another squeeze because it's still too flexible. It's just gonna bounce right back. So now that it's pinched to my liking, I'm just gonna go ahead and fix some things because I didn't lay this very pretty, to be honest. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of thickness. You want it to be fairly even throughout. So I was kind of fixing, there's just a little bit of dips here and there. A little bit more to the tip here. Okay, now I'm just gonna add a little bit more yellow to this cuticle line right here. And I'm gonna try and blend it in a little bit more. You don't really have to take it up that high. I don't really know why I did just now. You really only have to take it up just like a little bit. It's just gonna be covered right now with nude. So now, switching over to nude, no more yellow. Okay, get the yellow all the way out of your brush. And this is the part where you really need to do your best. Or like, not do your best, but like focus the most, I guess. So I'm gonna do pretty much like an apex bead, but it's gonna be a little bit smaller than the normal apex bead because I'm literally just focusing on basically right here, right where the natural nail line would be, blending it from there down, right? So I'm gonna place the bead here and then just blend it in right here. And then just like how we weren't focusing on the cuticle when we were doing the pink and white, we're gonna do the same thing. So literally just gonna start here, blend it, and then go in and fill the cuticle bead because the cuticle is solid pink or solid nude or whatever color you're using. So like a medium-sized bead, draining some of the liquid. Okay, now I'm placing it the same spot as the pink and white. And then literally from here, you just drag it down. Go from the edges to the middle until it is the fade that you want it to be. Okay, just like that. All right, now I'm gonna add the cuticle bead. again, we're going to encapsulate it in clear, so we're not doing super thick here. Okay, just make sure to melt that in. Now you got your ombre. And we're gonna, it's uneven and that's okay because we're gonna cover it with clear acrylic, which is gonna even it all out and make it look perfect. But that's pretty much it. I mean, obviously the more the different, or the more contrasting, I guess, the colors are, the harder it's gonna be to ombre. So like if you did ombre from like white to black, that's gonna be really hard. Obviously, it's so just keep that in mind when you're doing this, and it kind of advise the clients that too. Sometimes they don't always know. So now I'm gonna go back in and add clear, just like we did with the pink and white. So I'm gonna focus on this part first. And just evening out the difference from here to here. And this will protect the acrylic underneath from being filed when we shape the nail. So you don't have to worry about over filing, or if you laid the product too thick, you know, ruining the smile line, all that kind of, or the effect of the ombre. And with shorter nails, it's obviously a lot easier. It's not quite as complicated. Don't need as much product or as many beads. Okay, so now we're doing the apex. Okay, run right there and we should be good. Oops. Okay, cool. So that one's done. So now I'm gonna start filing everything. Put all my patterns away and everything like that. Okay, so we are going to start shaping, wait, this little. You want to make sure you start all the way where the sidewall starts of the nail. I feel like this part is always really hard to do on yourself. Thanks, Albuzi. I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry. I appreciate that. I like to hand file my acrylics. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people use the e-file to shape. I just find it's easier for me with a file. Might take me longer, but that's okay. I do use the e-file to take down bulk though, but not to shape. There, hopefully, sorry if it was blurring a little bit, you guys. Hopefully it's a little better. So I lied. I guess I do use the drill. I'm using it right now because I went a little overboard with this guy. So, and yes, the for Miss Nina's, the C curve is for the structure of the nail. So you want that nice C shape to pretty much. It's kind of like an egg, is what I always tell my clients. How the shape of an egg is super, super sturdy. You can hold it in your hand and clench it, and it won't break because of that kind of round apex. Same thing with the nail. That really strong shape will allow you to have your nails a little bit thinner. Oops. And stay stronger. I'm just taking some of this bulk off really quick so I don't have to spend a million years filing. That's fine. Alright, so they're pretty much shaped. Now I'm going to go in and debulk them. So I'm going to use, this bit is actually really good because it's tapered. So you can get really close to the cuticle without getting them, so you can get pretty narrow in there. Okay, actually let me get my charger. My phone's outside. Okay. So we're gonna go in with this bit. And literally all we're doing is getting rid of any bulk, like this huge hump right here, and getting as close to the cuticle to make it as flush as you can without taking the apex away, pretty much. Oops. Shit. Oops. Fuck. Why I don't wear gloves. Sorry that I cussed you guys. Oh god, do it again. So now they are pretty much shaped. Super long. Acrylic stick in there. All right, so now we're just gonna go over the tops like this. It's a lot easier doing this on a client, by the way. I struggle with this part a lot. Yes, I have the design. I'm drinking the, what is it, the blue ocean water stuff. Sorry, guys. Oh, what is that? Okay, so I'm pretty much satisfied with the shape now. So, I mean, they should all pretty much be the same length. I'm just gonna check though, because I used 2 different forms. Yeah, so this one's a little long. My pinky. It's gonna take it down a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. Be a little longer. All right, so all that we have next to do is basically just sandband these or prep them for color. So when checking the length, I am looking at pretty much, here, let's do these two, sorry, I was yawning. So I look at starting at the cuticle and then look at the length, and then I also will look at the like free edge. So the middle one's a little bit long. And then you pretty much go like in between, because sometimes like the nail beds will actually be different lengths. So my index nail bed is a lot shorter than my ring finger index, or my ring finger nail bed, right? So if I were to make this shorter, which is about going to be, so if we're looking at the free edge, right? It's going to be a little too long compared to the middle finger. But if you look at the overall nail, this is going to be about the same size. So you kind of just go in between the two. Yes, I like them all to be the same. This one is a little bit long, so technically we should be taking about that much off. I'm just gonna keep it long though, because I'm tired and I'm done filming. But so really we should take about that much off. And they should all pretty much be the same size, so that when you hold your hand like this, they're all pretty much the same length. Yeah, of course. I'm looking at this one too. All right, guys, so I think I'm gonna actually finish painting tomorrow. I'm gonna go get something to eat real quick. I might finish later tonight. So if I do, I will make a post on my Instagram and you can go ahead and check it out later when you have some time, because it'll take me a while to paint everything and all that jazz. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. And yeah, if you have any questions or want to see something specific next time, I'm going to try and do this every weekend. So pretty much my Sunday or my Saturday and Sunday is Sunday and Monday. So those are my days off. So I'm going to try and do a video Sunday and Mondays for you guys. So if you want to see something in the future, let me know. And thank you guys for hanging around. All right, see you later. Well, let's see if I can even end this.